University of Maine President Joan Farini-Mundy today declared the state of the university is strong and evolving. Farini-Mundy's annual State of the University address happened at Minsky Recital Hall. It highlighted the successes of the past year, including athletic accomplishments and the university's R1 status. She said she's proud of how the university responded to challenges faced at the federal level, including changes in Department of Education guidance and grant allocations. However, she also said the university faced ongoing challenges, particularly as it relates to its financial situation. According to Farini-Mundy, as of 2 weeks ago, UMaine faced a $9 million budget shortfall, but they're on track to be balanced by the end of the fiscal year.
This current moment is not the only time UMaine has faced challenges, and there will be more to come. Yet with each difficult financial stress, the university adapts, resets, and emerges stronger, all the while continuing to serve learners and our state's economy and communities at high levels of excellence, and we are doing that now.
The 2027 fiscal year begins in July. After a preliminary $20 million gap, Farini-Mundy says they're close to having a plan that closes that gap after 7% campus-wide